Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos are the two richest men on the planet. As the new development taking place, the wealth and ego of these two rich men surpass this planet, and now they are aiming for the starships as a new playing field. In this video, we will uncover why Jeff Bezos wants to destroy SpaceX and why Jeff Bezos and his space company Blue Origin filed a lawsuit against NASA for working with SpaceX. Stick with us till the end as we share with you our latest facts. We will give you insight into the extraordinary rivalry between two of the planet's wealthiest individuals. Billionaire Jeff Bezos recently made a short journey to space in the first crewed flight of his rocket ship called New Shepard. Jeff Bezos was alongside Mark Bezos, his brother, Wally Funk, an 82-year-old, and an 18-year-old student. They went to space in a capsule that has one of the biggest windows ever to be flown in space. This is mainly because Blue Origin wants to promote space tourism, and from these big windows, tourists can look at the stunning views of Earth. It would not be wrong to say Jeff Bezos is trying to compete with Elon Musk's space company SpaceX, which has yet to launch its manned starship into space. This can also be addressed as the billionaire space race. When we talk about the billionaire space race, we're referring to the rivalry among company bosses who have started or entered into a space race but have made their fortune in mostly the tech industry. This prompted the private industry to build rockets and send them into the ionosphere. These rockets include orbital launch rockets and suborbital tourist space flights. The billionaires involved in the private company space race are Jeff Bezos, who owns Blue Origin, whose mission is to establish an industrial base in space. Richard Branson, who owns Virgin Galactic or Virgin Orbit, whose mission is to create space tourism and also make cheaper rockets for throwing satellites into space and flights into the ionosphere. And Elon Musk, who owns SpaceX and has the vision to build a base on the moon and colonize Mars. However, the main contestants of this space race are Jeff Bezos and his company Blue Origin and Elon Musk and his company SpaceX. SpaceX and Blue Origin's history and rivalry goes way back. Blue Origin and SpaceX have had opposing press releases that were targeted to compete with the rivals' announcements and events. Let's look at some of the battles between the two companies on the assets required to boost and gain an advantage over the other in the billionaire space race. Now, let's talk about the court battle of 2013. SpaceX and Blue Origin fought for the right to lease LC-39A. This historic rocket launch platform was used by NASA to launch the Apollo moon missions. SpaceX won the lease case in 2013, but that led to Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin filing a case against the lease. However, SpaceX was allowed to use the LC-39A by the court despite the case. Later, Blue Origin leased a rocket launch platform known as Space Launch Complex 36, or SLC-36. The SLC-36 platform was used for Atlas launches by NASA and the U.S. Air Force from 1962 until 2005. Another important event was the court battle of 2014. We have all seen those SpaceX rockets landing vertically on the landing pads in the middle of the sea. However, Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin held a patent on the landing rockets aboard ships at sea. SpaceX filed suit against Blue Origin to negate their patent on landing rockets aboard ships at sea. SpaceX won the court battle in 2014. Ever since, SpaceX has been attempting to land rockets at sea since 2014, finally succeeding in 2016. While SpaceX managed to succeed in landing their rocket on the sea landing pads, Blue Origin had not even built a seagoing platform to land rockets on, while SpaceX succeeded in doing so. In 2015, a Twitter argument ensued between the space companies of Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos when Jeff Bezos' suborbital launch vehicle New Shepard landed after a jaunt into space. Soon after, Jeff Bezos tweeted about his company accomplishment, which did not sit well with Elon Musk. Musk tweeted back, which started a Twitter battle between the two wealthiest men on Earth. At the successful landing of New Shepard, a proud Jeff Bezos tweeted, "The rarest of beats, a used rocket. Controlled landing, not easy, but done right, can look easy." SpaceX had previously launched and landed its Grasshopper rocket multiple times without reaching space. Musk tweeted, "Not quite rarest. SpaceX Grasshopper rocket did 6 suborbital flights 3 years ago and is still around." Elon Musk made another tweet mocking Jeff Bezos. Jeff may be unaware SpaceX suborbital VTOL flight began 2013, orbital water landing 2014, orbital land landing next. When SpaceX landed their rocket Falcon 9 in the first stage, after the rocket was launched, a satellite was in orbit. This started more Twitter battles during early 2016. A prominent tweet by Jeff Bezos was, "Welcome to the club," mocking Elon Musk because 2016 was the first time when the SpaceX rocket successfully went into space. During the near-end period of 2016, Blue Origin announced their new edition of rockets called New Glenn. The New Glenn was launched to directly compete against SpaceX's Falcon Heavy. Falcon Heavy had a larger fuel tank than New Glenn, but it lacked load capacity. At the 2016 International Astronautical Congress held in Mexico, Blue Origin President Rob Meyerson acknowledged the Bezos vision and announced, "The Blue Origin New Armstrong would be similar in function to the SpaceX interplanetary transport system that Elon Musk unveiled at the same conference." Now that you know about the recent battles between two of the most prominent space race billionaires, it becomes clear why Jeff Bezos wants to destroy SpaceX. In a recent turn of events, the next big achievement is to see who actually lands on the moon first and builds a base there. If Jeff Bezos' company, Blue Origin, lands on the moon first and builds a moon base, it would propel the popularity of Blue Origin quite literally to the moon. As we now know, that moon base would be used to launch the next mission to Mars. The same goes for SpaceX. If Elon Musk is successfully able to land on the moon first, they would significantly attract public interest and the funds required by the investors to embark on the vision of building a human colony on Mars. In April 2021, SpaceX secured a $2.9 billion contract to build the lunar lander for NASA's Artemis program by beating rival Blue Origin. This is quite an extraordinary achievement for SpaceX, as money and a collaboration with NASA is the biggest step to actually getting to the moon. SpaceX, upon winning the contract with NASA, tweeted, "NASA has selected Starship to land the first astronauts on the lunar surface since the Apollo program. We are humbled to help at NASA Artemis usher in a new era of human space exploration." However, this does not sit well with Blue Origin founder Jeff Bezos, as he knew that this contract and collaboration with NASA would provide SpaceX with a significant advantage over his company, Blue Origin. Some of Blue Origin's top engineers have also been leaving the company. Two of the engineers who worked at Blue Origin, namely Nitin Arora and Lauren Lyons, recently announced that they were taking up jobs at other space companies, thus leaving Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin. This is also quite a blow to Jeff Bezos, as the progress can stall quite significantly due to the top two engineers leaving his company. Now, let's discuss why Jeff Bezos and Blue Origin are suing NASA for partnering with SpaceX. After one disappointing news after another, Jeff Bezos, earlier this year, sued NASA for signing and awarding a $2.9 billion contract to SpaceX. In mid-2020, the private space companies, namely Dynetics, SpaceX, and Blue Origin, were invited by NASA regarding their lunar lander Artemis program. NASA announced that two companies would be awarded this project, but NASA announced that only SpaceX would get the contract. This was a huge surprise because everyone who preceded NASA would select two instead of just one. In light of this announcement, Jeff Bezos felt he was betrayed by NASA and filed a complaint with the GAO, Government Accountability Office. Jeff Bezos also wrote a letter to NASA and claimed that he would waive $2 billion of costs if NASA chooses to reject SpaceX and begin work on the moon landing project with Jeff Bezos. So folks, you've just heard the latest updates on why Jeff Bezos wants to destroy SpaceX. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Be sure to smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe for more awesome tech content.